Hey everybody, welcome to this video series on generative AI in software development. I'm very glad to share with you some of the recent research we have done in this space. Manu, glad to have you as part of this call and talk about some of that research. So very recently, we have published Innovation Watch assessment on certain platform providers investing in generative AI for software development. There are luminaries, there are fast followers, influencers, and seekers. Manu, very interesting page. Why don't you talk about it? There is a lot of noise in the market, there's a lot of hype in the market, but what's really happening on the ground? What is it that some of these players are doing very interesting stuff out there?
Yes, Alisha. There is definitely a lot of hype in the market, but what we are increasingly seeing is that some of that hype is being translated into reality as well. So, in this report, we have addressed 14 leading providers of software generative AI capabilities in software development. And what we've seen is that some of the luminaries in this assessment are being adopted by as many as millions of developers and thousands of organizations, right? So, while there were a lot of concerns that inhibited further adoption in the past, increasingly we are seeing that generative AI coding assistants are becoming the norm in software development and are being adopted by more and more enterprises than ever before.
That's very specifically interesting for a lot of enterprises we speak to on a regular basis who are very concerned about this whole wave of generative AI. They have a lot of challenges, the first and foremost being the security and privacy of data in itself. So, how do you see some of these platforms addressing that main challenge for enterprises?
Yes, Elsha, you are spot on there. Some of these challenges, including data protection and privacy, have been inhibiting further adoption till now. But these platforms are, identified that these are some of the key concerns that are inhibited further adoption, and accordingly, they have come up with offerings that alleviate these concerns. For example, Tab9 has recently announced that it has successfully achieved compliance with GDPR regulations, right, which is a significant commitment in terms of data protection and privacy. And similarly, some of the other leading providers that we've identified, they've ensured that concerns around data protection and privacy no longer make the bar or no longer cause inhibition in terms of adopting these solutions.
This is really exciting, Manu. So let's talk about another very important challenge that we hear. It's all about the concern of the code in itself that is created, the quality of the code. So how is it that these platform companies are making sure that the code is generated and not wasted, and it is adoptable? So what's is it that some of these firms are doing?
Yeah, that's also an important point of discussion, Alicia. Any time that is saved in productivity will not be useful unless if it is used in just in code review. So accordingly, these platforms are again developing capabilities that help them in scanning and fixing this code. For example, GitHub has launched a new code scanning autofix solution, and this functionality will help developers uncover and automatically fix more than 90% of alert types across various programming languages. Right. So this what this will help do is ensure that the time that you save in productivity is not just lost in more code review. Right. This is just one example of how these platform providers are ensuring that some of these concerns don't allay or don't inhibit further adoption.
This is really interesting work, Manu, and I'm sure you and I can go on and on for hours talking about this, but we'll stop here. But if anybody has any questions, you'd like to discuss this report, access this report, read it, understand more about it, feel free to reach out to us. More than happy to jump on a call with all of you. For now, have a good day. Bye-bye.